Welcome back to another episode of Tailgate Pros. I'm your host, Cody, here with Dakota, Preston, and Colton. Today we got a special week for you. We got Army Navy. So I've been reading this article on wearethemighty.com. They gave a good rundown of the game coming up. So the stage is set for one of sports' greatest rivalries this Saturday, the 13th at 3 o'clock. Army Black Knights are taking on the nationally ranked Navy midshipmen who have put on a pretty good season, and this game is taking place at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore for their 126th meeting. This is a rivalry that dates back to November 29th, 1890, with Navy leading the all-time series with a record of 63-55 with 7 ties. In the most recent showdown on December 14, 2024, the midshipmen defeated the Black Knights 31-13 in Landover last year. Colton, I know this is one of your favorite games of all time. You look forward to it every year. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, it is a game I absolutely try to watch every week. It's a game unlike any other. It's a tradition unlike any other. It's two teams where not only are they pledging allegiance to their school, they're also pledging allegiance to defend the country. I think it's an amazing game, and it's a game that absolutely deserves its own week. The problem is, it appears that there is a bowl game that same day. So why call it Army Navy Week if you're going to put another football game there?
That's
Now,
something that's never happened before, has it?
as far as I know, it hasn't been the case. I mean, we all play, the college football game. Even they have it listed as Army Navy Week whenever you're at the end of the season.
What bowl game is this being played?
If I'm not mistaken, I can just double check real quick. I believe, yep, it's the Cricket Celebration Bowl, December 13th.
Who's playing?
Let's see here.
South Carolina State and Prairie View.
Yep. Oh, there are
So how
they're
how you
smaller.
feel about that, Colton?
I mean, with it being two smaller schools, I kind of get it, but at the same time, you have until like January what? January 2nd, even maybe a week after that to fit all the bowl games in. You can't fit that in any other time. It's got to be during Army Navy week, a week that they specified would be for the Army Navy rivalry. It
Yeah,
makes
so this
no
is
sense to me.
yeah, this is a game that's rich in history. I mean, basically you look back at it over the years, the entire college football gets shut down just so everybody can focus on this one game. It's a massive game, one of the biggest rivalries in college football, and to have a game being played at the same time is just kind of blasphemy.
So, with that being said, we say it's steeped in tradition. It's one of the most important games of the year that isn't uh, championship related per se. It certainly has had championship implications in the past, but the Commander in Chief trophy is probably the biggest part of this. But with that being said, I think we can go ahead and start going into the traditions of the game and just give your thoughts on it whenever I tell you about them. So, we'll start off with probably the most infamous one. It's the prisoner exchange. Basically, six people from each school go to the other school to learn programs and um, help with their degrees and all of that. But during Army Navy Week, they take these six people, line them up on the 50-yard line, and do a prisoner exchange. They all line up. They typically tape something on their backs, be it something about the rivalry, a little inside joke, everything like that. And they cross the lines and join their respective schools. And it's usually a big celebration whenever they cross that line because they spent the uh, weeks or even the semester in that um, other school. So, what are your guys' thoughts on the prisoner exchange? And let's say A through F if you had to rank it. You want to start, Cody?
Yeah, I'd probably give that one a C. I mean, I appreciate the idea. It seems like a little hazing experiment with a fraternity kind of move there, but that's something that doesn't get shown a lot in the media, in my opinion, just from watching the game. I've never heard of that one, so I'll rank that as a C.
Uh, Me personally, I'll probably give it a B. Um, I think it's something different to take um, students from a different school, cadets, midshipmen, and put them into a complete other school. Just it's fun. It's a fun little touch to the game and makes it more interesting to watch at the end of the day because everybody's just waiting to see what they have taped on their back. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a B.
Yeah, I think I'm right there with you, Dakota. I think it's going to be a B for me as well. I think it's a unique idea. Not you don't see many traditions like that at any other school, so I definitely would definitely put that in the B tier.
Um, I'm a little bit biased to it personally. I think it's a really smart thing to do. Like I said, I love everything about this game. I don't think I would change absolutely anything that they do in it. That being
So
said,
go ahead.
oh
I'll
no,
ask after you're done.
you, oh okay. Um, I would say it's honestly I would say it's a B. It isn't shown very much. They show it probably in between timeouts, if I'm not mistaken. Every time I've watched it, maybe a little bit pregame whenever they're talking about it. I just think it's a fun little thing that they do. Uh, just kind of showcase the cadets that aren't on the field per se.
Okay, so I respect that. My question was going to be, would it be looked at the same if you take, say, a different rivalry and traded people off like that? Like you take six people from, say, Ohio State and send them to Michigan and swap, or you take six from Texas and Oklahoma and swap those. I mean, does that make your rating, Colton, go up or down any?
I don't. I guess because the way I see it, it's military. So even like the curriculum they learn is school, it's college, but they're also going in knowing that whenever they graduate they'll be awesome or officers. So
They will be awesome.
they're learning different curriculum than let's say Michigan, Ohio State. So whenever they go to these program or go to these other academies, they're learning different programs for the sake of being a better cadet and being a better soldier. So I think if it was another school doing it, it would probably go down. Just because, not to say it means less to go to a different school, it really would depend on what they're learning at that other school.
That's respectable.
All right, so let's go with the Patriot games. Army Navy is not just sports. Army Navy is a rivalry that stems deep within the military itself. Military is very competitive. The military always will be competitive. You're trying to be the best you can be. They have Ranger games. They have they just have various other competitions. But this one in particular is the Patriot games. This is the cadets rather than the football players. They compete in little miniature competitions and games. They do that throughout the week. They tally the points, and whoever wins it, I think they get a separate trophy, whichever school wins it. But it puts more emphasis on the academies as a whole rather than just it's just football. It's just sports. They give everybody a chance to compete. Army Navy. So with that being said, what do you think, Cody?
Yeah, I'd be more interested to hear about like what kind of games these guys go through, for example, before I give an opinion on it.
fine. I'll go ahead and give mine. I'll probably I'll probably give it anywhere from a C to a D, just because it sounds a lot like if you would just pack up your like a rec team that you just piece together in the gym and just go and play another school.
Okay.
Yeah. So what exactly are they competing in? Is it like physical,
So here's
or is
here's
it
the
like?
Feel like a tug of
Or is
war.
it like how Billy Madison had to graduate school with that scholastics?
all right. So
Um,
here's the events. They got Rocky Relay, which is a relay race. They have the leadership reaction course, which is navigation, just anything where you got someone leading a squad, sending them through. Pull up challenge. Then you got tug of war, the Zodiac challenge, where they try to solve stuff and they see who has the best time. And then they have, gosh, I hope I don't butcher this, Mogadishu Mile, and it's held at Washington D.C. and they run through the landmarks and they time it.
Yeah, I kind of like this compared to the first one that we talked about. As far as like sending the other cadets to the other school, this one I feel like it brings a lot more camaraderie to their respective branch of the military. Just brings everybody together in that regard, and it's a lot more actually military based than it is of these guys just playing a game that we all love on the field. So I think that all kind of ties in together as far as what they're actually going to be doing, and they are going to be working together. Once they do graduate and they become officers in the military. So I would rank that one a B.
I'm gonna go back on mine a little bit, and I'm just gonna give it a C. I mean, it has a fun twist to it, to where you can get together and see who's stronger, see who's faster, and kind of give you the bragging rights against the other branch and the other school. So I'll give it a C.
I agree with you as well, Dakota. I'm going to give it a C. It's great that they do more activities outside of just football, but I mean, it just at the end of the day, it just seems like a scholastic book fair kind of ordeal.
Well, I'll go ahead and preface and say I got family. Just about everyone in my family was military to some degree, either in the military or um, had family or like immediate family in the military. Um, I've had both sides. I've had Army and Navy, so it's always fun whenever Army Navy week comes around. So I think it's an A. It's fun. It gets the cadets to feel like they're really a part of the rivalry, and it's not just them saying that you know uh, they're going to beat the other team rooting for them. They actually get a say in it. So like even if your team loses the football game, you could win the Patriot games and be like, you know what, I contributed to that. But yeah, I think it's an A personally. So this one, I'm not too sure about. I read about it briefly, but I couldn't find much more on it. It's the marathon run to deliver the game ball. So they start with the game ball. It's either been previously into the stadium or it is into the stadium. They start it, I think a marathon's like 26.7 miles, something like that. Even that's military. The reason they run, the reason why they call it a marathon and how long they run was because a soldier was delivering a message, and that's how long he took to run it, to deliver the message. So I think it's cool. It has military ties. That's about all I could find on it. So I'm not too sure how you guys will grade this, but what do you think?
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Just to clarify, I think a marathon is 26.2 miles, but I didn't know hardly anything about that. So just that piece of history is really cool. I'm not a big runner myself, so I'd probably grade that B minus. But to be able to run a marathon, you got to be a badass, and that's what all these guys and gals are in the school respective schools. So I'd give that a B minus.
Yeah, I kind of like this one, especially with it being like a race to see which game ball you're going to use. I'd probably give it a B as well, just because of how you said about delivering the message, and that's apparently how long he had to run to do so. So yeah, give me a B.
I think I'm gonna go with a B plus on this one. This one by far seems the most symbolic to me. Um, it's definitely cool that they deliver the game ball. It kind of reminds me of the Olympics carrying the torch. So in that aspect, it's like symbolic, carrying a message. So that's why I'm gonna give it a B tier.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna give it B plus. I love the history of it. I it's hard to give any of these bad grades. So I'd probably give it a B. I'm pretty sure I gave all my reasons. All right, so this one will probably be the most interesting to you, and I can look it up more of a history if you guys need me to. Mascot kidnapping. So there has been a very long tradition of kidnapping the other school's mascot. The goat has been kidnapped numerous times. As a matter of fact, there was a mascot kidnapping where the Pentagon was involved. They hid it at the
Is this
Pentagon.
part in National Treasure?
They hid the goat at the Pentagon, and they somehow still found it and actually got into some trouble for it. Nothing major.
Why'd they still Tom Bodie?
So the Navy has a goat, and the Army has a mule.
Now, is there a reason why they picked these animals? Like, is there some symbolicism to it?
The Navy chooses a goat. Its name is Bill, and the reason why they chose a goat was because goats were historically kept on ships for milk and as walking garbage disposals, because goats will eat anything. That is from the Navy Times.
Well, I think it'd be a lot easier to kidnap a goat than it would be a mule,
Well,
just because of the size difference.
I mean, the complete size difference. I mean, you would definitely have to consider a mule's what, a mini horse, and then you got a goat that's the size of a common house dog. I would
well,
100% go
here
for a goat
recently,
over a mule any day.
here recently, Army has done a human mascot. And as far as I can remember, or as far as I can remember and look up,
That's
Well,
legal.
I think it's a lot easier to kidnap a goat than it is a human.
so I can
And
tell you why Army, and this is the most amazing reason ever, Army chose a mule. Chosen in 1899 to outdo Navy's goat. The mule was selected for its historical importance as a reliable beast of burden for moving supplies and artillery.
I like that one.
Yeah.
I do
So,
too.
um, so in 1972, Army stole the wrong goat.
What year is this?
1972.
How do you steal the wrong goat?
Do they look
They
similar?
they tried to steal the goat that they thought was going to the game, and they stole the wrong one
Why do they have multiple goats just hanging around?
for that exact reason.
It's a little trickery on Navy side, huh?
And in 2021, as far as I can tell, the same thing happened. So this is on ESPN from the Associated Press. U.S. Military Academy cadets traveled this weekend to a farm near Annapolis, Maryland, that is home to Navy mascot Bill, who belongs to a long line of goat mascots with the same name. Cadets gave chase to the spook goats, and instead of grabbing Bill number 37, they came away with Bill number 34, a one-horn 14-year-old retiree, according to the New York Times.
So how do they tell the difference between? Do they have them like all in a pen together? Like how do they
Yeah, they all
know
have.
which one's the?
So I think what they do is they brand them or they mark them in some way that they'll probably clip their ear, and they just change it out. So this was um, this is clearly a big deal to Army Navy. I mean, you watch the like the high school movies or just sports movies in general, mascot kidnappings are pretty famous within it. But I feel like this really instills the rivalry and how much it means to everybody to the point where they will commit theft just to prove a point.
Cody, what's your initial thoughts on this, dude?
Something new to me, to be honest with you. I didn't know they stole mascots. I had no idea that Army used a man to be a mule. I would be very interested to see how that looks and how that works.
No, it's a costume.
Okay.
You never seen them horse costumes? It's got two people in it.
No,
So
it's just it's a one
I just
person.
can't see the back end.
It's a one person. They just have they wear it.
Nah, I mean, seriously, like being able to steal your rival's mascot, I mean, plays a lot for your team. I mean, that's something I can appreciate just out of the competitiveness of being an athlete. So that's something I think is pretty cool.
I got you. So it's like an actual, like, it looks like kind of like if you would take the Oregon Duck but
Yeah.
turn it
Okay.
into a horse.
And make it have really nice pecs for some reason. Like that thing is ripped.
What do you give that?
I'd give it a B plus.
I like it. It's definitely new to me. I had no idea that they did this. Being able to kind of like have you, Colton, to search up the history on it. That's awesome. I give it a B plus as well, just because it's something that's completely different that nobody else would probably even think about doing, that you can't do. I mean, most humans are mascots unless you're trying to take, the Longhorn from Texas or Uga from
Or the
Georgia.
Yu-Gi-Oh Bulldog.
Yeah.
I mean,
So no, like that's something fun that seems like at the end of the day it's harmless. It's kidnapped, it's not in danger, but it's the mind game behind it. And I believe in Army Navy Week, any kind of mind game and any other competition that you can win and get a head up on your opponent, that's more for the morale. So B plus for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna build off of what Dakota said, but I'm gonna go with a B tier on this one. Um, the mind games, that's probably the biggest thing that I can think of when it comes to that. You steal the other team's mascot, what do they have? Nobody's cheering for them now. So I mean, it's a great thing to see them have this camaraderie, um, to where they can go back and forth and quote unquote kidnap people and not get in trouble for it.
I mean, what
It's
other
the last time I tried to do that.
what other rivalry do you think can do it? Could you imagine, someone trying to steal Bevo? That would be a mess.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, the only other rivalry I can think of is Texas and Oklahoma, because I mean they can steal the horse and carriage, or they could steal the
Whenever it's
Longhorn.
not falling over.
Yeah, when it's not tipping over.
Yeah, I think that's really the only one where like Bevo and Uga, that would probably be the only ones that could really do it.
I feel like stealing Nugga would just be disrespectful. I mean, that's the cutest bulldog I've ever seen in my life. He's just straight chilling all the time, and he'd probably just like walk right up to you.
I mean, bulldogs already have enough trouble. I mean, I don't think that thing needs to die of a heart attack.
Right, but I mean, we already seen Bevo try to take out one Uga, so
Yeah.
That was
I mean,
crazy.
wait, doesn't LSU have a live tiger? Well, used to have a live tiger.
They used to. And
yes,
I think they have like a zoo thing right
I think
now.
they should bring it back.
that's pull. Good job, Press.
I think they should bring it back.
So my question: why doesn't Florida not have a gator?
I think they sponsor an
Yeah,
enclosure.
you would think they would.
Like, you
Yeah.
imagine how cool it is walking a gator out there on the leash.
Yeah, because that
Imagine
would go
trying
well.
to steal it. Imagine trying to steal a gator.
Wasn't there an episode of Blue Mountain State that did that?
Yeah, they stole the
The mascot,
mascots.
and they tried to return him.
My mind
No,
went
they just
to
wanted the actual goat, not the actual mascot.
Yeah, and they took the mascot instead of the goat, and then the mascot killed the goat.
They took both.
mom went to the War Eagle in Auburn because he flies around the stadium, but it would be pretty disrespectful to steal a eagle.
Could you imagine just sitting there with a fishing net?
Plus,
That
their rivals,
would be
Alabama, and they're like mascots an elephant, but there's some for some reason they're a crimson wave. So I mean, doesn't really make sense.
I think taking the eagle would be federal, would it not? Is it a bald eagle?
I don't think it's a bald eagle,
Oh, we'll find
but yeah,
out. Did you
it
know
just
that
a bald eagle. Yeah.
it looks like we got two more and they're kind of combined. So you have the march on the field. After the game, all the cadets come onto the field and line up in formation, um, like they would in like just militaristic ceremony. Would be the best way to put it. They line up. I'm not sure if it's by company or if it's like battalion. I'm not too sure, but it's like squares on the field, and they all line up. Which leads me into the second part of the tradition, is you sing the other team's alma mater, and whoever loses sings second. That's a very important part of the Army Navy game. That's kind of like their, I don't want to say tagline, but that's almost their insult. Sing second, or if you're for it, say sing first. I don't. I'll put it to you this way: there is no other rivalry that would sing the other team's alma mater.
West Virginia does. Sweet Caroline.
It's not their alma mater, and we make fun of it.
Great job, Preston. Great job. Dude's wearing a Pittsburgh hat too. All right,
I mean,
Cody, what you think, dude?
Yeah, interesting take with that. I don't hate it. I think it kind of comes back to respect for the other team that you're playing, but it also goes bigger than that. It's more you guys are both playing for the United States of America when it comes down to it. Like after this game, you're both going to be officers. So I think it just brings back that what what am I looking for? It brings back that like we're still one team, even though we're two teams right now. We're eventually going to be one team, and we have the same mission. So it brings back like this is more than just a game. It's bigger than us. So I like that one the best. I would give that one an A.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I do know that this one is probably the most well-known tradition due to this game. You see it all the time on ESPN. I feel like they show it for weeks afterwards, as they should. Um, it's a real special moment, and obviously you don't want to be singing first; you want to be singing second. But yeah, I'm right there with you. Put it on the A tier just because it's a sign of respect. It's a sign that you can go out there and play hard and you know hit somebody hard, but at the end of the game, you're locking arms with everybody, or you're standing right beside them as you would in the country anyway. So yeah, give me an A on that.
Yeah, great take, man.
Yeah, again, I'm gonna go with an A on that one as well. I mean, they can hate each other all week, but at the end of the day, they all come together as one. I definitely find a lot of respect in that. I love the respect that they give each other as far as standing there together on the field. So that's why I'm going to go with an A as well.
I mean, I don't think I can put it any better. Y'all covered all the points. It is a great um, way to end the week. So
Yeah,
I got to go with an A.
yeah, I like that because, for example, you take the game, Ohio State, Michigan. These dudes are brawling every chance they get. It doesn't matter, like on the field, off the field. They hate each other. They absolutely hate each other, and they don't care if it's just a game or not. They just don't care. And then you take a game like this, and you just turn it 180 and make it about being unified. You would not see that anywhere else.
Yeah, especially, I mean, not to get on the subject too much, but you take somebody that, um, say doesn't watch sports all that much, or like two teams that really hate each other, and you can really take the outcomes and what you learned from this game and implement it into the real world as, yeah, we might not get along today, but tomorrow's a new day and we can get along as well. Um, Standing together at the end, like I said, in my take, that's a huge thing.
All right. So with that being said, y'all want to either rank or pick some uniforms?
Let's do it.
All right. So the history of custom uniforms of recent years has been a very cool and unique part of Army Navy. It started in 2008 where Nike started the custom uniforms, but it really took off in 2012 whenever both teams said, "Okay, we're doing this." I found a little well, not a little website. I found Uniswag posted the history of the Army Navy uniform through the years, and so I figured we could just take a look. The uniforms will be up on screen in post, and maybe we can get everybody's thoughts in the comments as well. So with that being said, we'll go back 10 years. We'll start at 2015. Okay, so starting at 2015, we can all just take a year and we'll choose which one we think did it better. We'll do who wore it better. All right, so starting with 2015, we'll go to you, Cody. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, looking at it, I'll start with Army. What caught my eye with this uniform that I liked is that gold stripe that runs right down the center of the numbers. It's got that black interior and it's got that small slit of gold that runs down. That's pretty neat. With the Navy ones, I do like the actual Navy collar. Kind of makes sense with their name as well. But I mean, what sticks out to me the most about this is it looks airbrushed, if I'm not mistaken. The battleship and that gold line down the helmet just kind of sends it off for me. So give me Navy in 2015.
All right. Moving on to 2016. What do you got, Dakota?
Yeah, this looks like, I mean, obviously this is an Army home uniform and a Navy away, but tell you what, I'm not. You got on Navy. We'll start with them. You got your yellow pants and the white shirt with like the navy blue on the shoulders that makes it kind of look like a, a a jacket, really like a coat. Then your helmets. You got the yellow helmets with the stripes down the middle, the blue stripe, and the anchor on the side. Army. It's pretty much just like your typical dark gray, or I guess green and some light uniform with the white numbers, which is really kind of neat with the flag patch on the side. Um, just because I don't really like navies this year, and it looks kind of bland for an away uniform. Give me armies, dark gray with the American flag patch on the sleeve.
All right.
Yeah, it looks kind of Pitt-esque on Navy, if you ask me.
Right, or like an away Michigan,
Yeah.
you know.
So I'll flip it to you, Preston, but I do want to say this. Uh, 2017 on Army's uniform, their patches change with who they're with. So everyone wears their own patches of what they are.
Yeah, and I mean that was one of the biggest things that I was going to point out, as I definitely saw the multiple patches. I do really like that, but what really caught my eyes was the all white with the brown numbers or the tan numbers. I thought that they were really clean. As far as the navy, the Blue Angels, iconic. I definitely love the blue and yellow, but I'm gonna have to go 2017 give me Army and them all white unis.
All right, and let's see here. What do we got? 2018. So 2018. I'm not sure if um, the helmet decal is respective to everyone or if it's just an homage. You got the all black with the slightly olive drab helmet for the Army. And then you got blue, white, white for the Navy with the white and gold stripe on the helmet. And then you got Navy on the shoulder. I gotta say, Navy isn't really blowing me away in this one. I gotta give it to Army. It's a really nice lettering font. I love the color scheme and the helmet. It's mean looking. It looks like they mean business. They're not going for flashy. They're trying to go in and win the game. So I gotta go with Army on
Right.
that.
This Army uniform is actually a tribute to the 1st Infantry Division.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So that's the answer to that.
Yeah, Pitt's looking
My
pretty
little
old
hot take on
school.
2018 uniforms. Navy's uniform low key reminds me of the Los Angeles Rams old uniforms
The St. Louis.
The St. Louis
back when they
Rams.
were playing in Los Angeles.
St. Louis.
They do look a little similar, but I'm still gonna. I would definitely 100% take Armies.
If I could see the side with the picture they have, they don't really show the side of Navy's helmet. They usually love to put something on the side of the helmet, be it a ship or a jet or something. So if I could see that, that might sway it a little bit. But oh, Cody, you got some good choices on 2019.
Yeah,
That is tough.
I'm loving it here. So looks
Cavalry.
like they saw Navy's 2016 with the blue on the shoulder pads, kind of make it look jacketed, and said, "Hey, we're gonna one up you here, and we're gonna do our thing with it." And then they just put that real like chartreuse collar on the logo on the helmet that really pops out. I'm loving that. Not sure what the badge is. Only issue with I don't know if it's like meaning or whatever, but it's like very bright yellow versus that chartreuse like
No,
neon yellow on the helmet.
it pays homage. I'm not too sure if
Okay.
it's ROTC. It's something leadership for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So very respectable in that regard. Kicking it over to Navy, loving the old school stripes. I love that style. Helmet is very new school versus where the jersey is very old schoolish. So I'm going to give that one to Army with how they done theirs.
Dakota, you got 2020. You got some good picks in there too.
I was gonna say, yeah, I was just looking at it, and it looks like these uniforms are just. I mean, this is gonna be a hard one to pick from because you got like that olive green for Army, and with the Tropic Lightning patch like on the chest plate of it, and then on Navy, you go to the Navy side, and you got the white with like the marble on the shoulders, and then you got the gold face mask with the marble helmet on top of white pants and white jersey. Uh, I could go either way with it, um, but I'm probably going to go with Navy on this one just because that marbling pattern on the shoulders and really on the helmet
That's
looks real
nasty.
tough with that gold stripe coming down that meets the navy above the top of that face mask right there. I it's hard to beat that one.
Yeah, that's
I'll be
two
honest with you.
really.
This is my favorite uniform matchup I've ever seen with Army and Navy.
I think too. Yeah, I do too. It's just
I
because the Tropic Lightning is obviously it's a tribute to the 25th Infantry. Then you take like Navy's like tribute to like the buildings that they have and the marble buildings. I mean, it's it's hard to beat that marble look though.
Yeah, it's nasty.
I will say, I think rather than one of us pick the 250 edition, we all pick the 250 edition. Because having
Okay,
seen them, have you guys seen the 250?
No.
Okay,
like
I'll
this
I'll,
year's, yeah.
I'll send it in chat, and we can react to them. But it
I
it gives that
good
one
chat. I'm good.
Okay, Preston, you got 21.
Ooh, I don't know. I do like Army's camo helmet and the like lightish gray tannish jersey combo, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and have to take Navy with them gunmetal helmets and the all blue uniforms. I think those ones and the red face mask. I think those ones just look so much more cleaner.
Yeah, that red is just popping off that navy.
Yeah, the red looks on that gunmetal gray and the white and red stripe right down the middle. It just looks phenomenal. That caught my eye instantly, and I was hooked.
Kind of looks like the New England Patriots unis.
That's what I was
I was
thinking.
gonna say that, but
So I got 2022, and oh gosh,
Is that the space uniform with navy?
I think it. I'm not sure if it's just the background. Like I said, I can't see the sides of the helmets, and that's usually what Navy does. Um, but I'll go ahead and talk about Army. There's a lot of good things with this one. You got the helmet tabs. You have the olive with the speckled helmet. I really like that. The star on the side, I feel like is slightly too big, personally, but I like it just the same. Numbers look great. The uniform, the jersey itself fades into the pants. I really like that. Um, it's hard to go wrong with olive when you're or Army. Navy, I almost wish I could see the full uniform. But with that being said, I love the red stripes. Um, the blue helmet, it almost reminds me of the G-Men, the Giants. Um, although the white stripe does kind of allude more to the Bills. Gosh, I don't know. This one's tough.
I was thinking New England Patriots throwback jerseys.
I think I might have to have you guys sell it because I'm 50-50 right now.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with Army on this one. I love that yellow horizontal stripe across the shoulders.
I'm gonna go like the patches on the helmet, like that right up top there. I love that on Army's helmets. Kind of like what Colton said. I'm not a huge fan of that star being so big on that on the side there. Even the gloves match the helmet with the speckles on it. Um, Navy, it looks like they kind of went with like a put you in the mind of like an Ole Miss helmet. Um, I don't know, just because it looks clean, I'm gonna go with Navy.
Yeah, I'm
So you
taking
guys,
navy. Yeah, I'm
nah,
taking navy on that one. I mean, it just screams America with the red, white, and blue. Especially that red accent down the pants with the star. Classic helmet, like you said. I love it.
I Yeah, I'm going Navy with this one. Um, even the lettering looks good too. I really like the gloves, how the gloves match the pants.
Overall, it's just a cleaner
Yeah.
uniform.
Yeah.
And if I could see the side of the helmet, I could say so much more about it. So, assuming another picture would do it justice, I gotta go Navy.
I don't know. I'm also gonna throw out that I like the fact that Army's jersey starts out darker, but then it fades out into the pants, and then making the pants a lot lighter.
I will say
I
it's
definitely like that.
it's a phenomenal uniform. I love it. I just think
So hold on. I'm gonna switch my camera around. I do have a picture of the side of the helmet for you.
okay, cool. All right, so
That
so
helmet kind of sucks.
we put on the headset. We got another angle. The helmet sells it. What do y'all think?
The helmet
Yeah,
definitely
Navy
sells
takes
it.
it.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
definitely switching my pick to Navy after that one.
All right, so after further review, Navy takes it unanimously. Cody, you got 2023, another set of good contenders.
Yeah, just kicking it off with Army. I love that desert tan. Looks like you got a chevron right underneath the number. That's a good touch, and you got the patch on the shoulder pad there. Helmets, I might be mistaken, but it looks like the black has a little bit of maybe some kind of design to it. That stripe, it's got a little bit of camouflage to it. And then you got the army symbol on the side of the helmet. Looking at navy, I mean it's navy collar through and through. You got a patch on the shoulder pad. I don't want to be disrespectful. I don't know what that patch is. Looks like it's green and red, I believe. And I mean the helmet is just nasty on navy, but you're looking at the word and the numbers, and it kind of looks like an afterthought, very bland with that. I gotta go with army on this one, and that chevron's really popping.
All right, Dakota, you got 2024, the
Uh,
most recent.
yeah. Um, I like the speckle that Army went with the white and black look. Um, you got the white speckles on the helmet, and then you have like for instance this you got the patch on the side of the shoulder pad, like on the sleeve. Um, Obviously this one says airborne. I don't know if do you know if that was for like what they're in or what they're wanting to do, Colton, or is it just a tribute or
I think that one's the Screaming Eagles, if I'm not mistaken. That's a tribute.
Screaming Eagles? Okay, yeah, I think so. Yes, it does. Okay. So we got the Screaming Eagles one, and then on the Navy one, it kind of got like the same font that we was talking about earlier with the 2023 one, but the helmet looks like it's just the helmet looks airbrushed, which is sick. It looks like you got the Jolly Roger uh, flag on it. You got the white. You got the navy uh, shoulder pads are black. It looks like. Um, Overall, other than the airbrushed helmet, like like the 2023 one, it's just kind of there, just kind of bland. I'm gonna have to give it to Army on this one. The white specks really pop whenever it's under the lights, and I just like the blackout jerseys anyway. I think they're a good touch to the game. So give me the Army in the 2024.
Y'all want to look up the 250 and each give our consensus on it? So, with that being said, do y'all want to go in order?
Let's do it, Cody. You got it whipped up, and
Yeah, I got you now. Loving what Army's doing. I think that's actually, does that have a hint of purple in it on the numbers or no?
I think
Uh,
that might just be rotating.
yeah,
They're black numbers.
Okay,
they're black and then they're skewed.
okay. My thing with Army's uniform is the font on the numbers. I'm loving that. Navy, on the other hand, they went just freaking insane with this helmet. I'm not even sure what exactly that is. It looks like airbrushed again, like I believe it's the 23 and the 2015 helmets. That thing is just nasty. I gotta go with Navy.
So, yeah, looking at the Army, like you said, Cody, the font on it's really unique. Um, I also kind of dig the helmet too, just the plain gray and has United States Army on the side, 1775. That's this uniform's no slouch, but whenever you can compare it to what Navy done this year with their uniform, um, I'm reading right now, just looking at this thing. It's actually a tribute to the USS Constitution.
That's what I was
Okay.
gonna say. It looks constitutional, like the writing on the Constitution. I mean, if you even look at the back of their jerseys, it's the United States Army looks like it's written how the Constitution's written.
So I mean, on like the Navy's helmet, that's it, dude. So you even have like splashes of blue on this helmet, and I don't know, dude. Whoever designed this helmet and went through and produced this helmet is so tough. And on the side, you got like your two ropes on your shoulders on your sleeve.
Yep.
So you got the flag, and then you got the two ropes below. Uh, Colton knows more about that than what I do, with just his little smile on his little face.
Dude, I freaking
But
love his week, man. It's amazing.
so
Everybody goes
it's
all out.
it's hard to go against the Navy uniforms, dude. It's just even on their gloves. So whenever they put their gloves up, one has two, and then the other one has like the rest of a five and a zero for 250. So yeah, give me Navy.
See, I don't get me wrong. I like the Navy uniforms. I think personally the helmets are just throwing me off a little bit. Um, I definitely like how clean the silver helmets are on the white uniforms. Um, the lettering on both uniforms look amazing. You got Navy 250th on the back of the Navy jerseys, and then you got United States Army in that constitutional esque font. So I'm gonna go ahead and have to take. I'm gonna have to take Army on this one.
Okay, we got two Navy, we got one Army. Colton, you gonna break the tie or are you gonna side with us?
Gosh, I don't know. I love the marble look of the army uniforms. It's it represents I specifically think DC very well. Um, like Preston was saying, I love the font. I love the 1775 on the back of the helmet. The side of the helmet itself, the logo is very nice. The numbers are great. I'm just here's what I think whenever I think Army Navy uniforms. Navy always has the amazing helmets. They're always slightly more traditional than armies. An army goes all in on being just gritty. You know, you saw the speckles going down into the tan, the olive going into the tan. It's like it's aggressive. It's in your face, and they always pay homage to something, be it a patch, be it a helmet sticker, be it something. But I gotta say, this year, I don't. I feel like Army just kind of they had a great idea, I think Navy took it and ran. I mean, that helmet is unbeatable. Every aspect of it. You got red, white, and blue. You got the patch. You got 250 everywhere. I'm taking Navy. And that being said,
Something else I appreciate about Navy is the Under Armour symbols. The one on the chest, I believe, is a red, white, and blue striped, like a flag pattern. And the one on the right thigh, I believe, is gold. And then it's got that outline of the Navy symbol in red.
y'all want to do some rapid predictions on the game and then wrap it up?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think, Cody?
Man, I believe this is for the Commander in Chief's trophy because both teams have already beat Air Force. Um, I like Navy's coach. I think Brian Newberry's doing a really good thing. I think it's his third season in. Led them to a good record. Blake Horvath, can't talk enough about the kid. He's a dog. He's going to be a great American too when he's out in the service. Give me Army all day. I both teams. I mean, obviously they're going to run the ball. I just think that Navy has that option to be aggressive in the pass game if needed. Just based off of the stats that they're putting up better receiving yards than Army is. So give me Army on that or Navy on that.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Cody. It looks like, I mean, it tells you a lot about their offensive style because Navy's leading rusher is their quarterback. So we know he likes to, keep it himself, or when he doesn't keep it himself, he has his favorite receiver that has, I think, 800 of his 1,200 or 1,300 passing yards on the year. Um, a couple key things about this game and the matchup. We have seen Navy play some really good teams. Actually, they beat USF when they was ranked 24th, and who else they beat? Memphis. They beat Memphis 28-17. Not saying Memphis is all that good and as good as they was last year this year, but that's showing that Navy's competing with these bigger schools. On the Army side, we're looking at a win in the Big 12. Army actually beat Kansas State, so I feel like each team has a chance just to march on down the field and punch it in the end zone as many times as they can, because we do know that both defenses like giving up a lot of points and a lot of yards. So in this matchup, I'm give me Navy, and it'll be closer than probably what we think. Let me do 42-34 Navy.
Dang, that's kind of high, man, for an Army Navy game.
I know,
Um,
dude, but the stats on the amount of yards and the amount of points given up this year has been outrageous.
yeah, that's a good point. You got to think Army was also beating Tulane, who made the college football playoff. They were beating them with like 5 minutes left in the game, and they came back 2 touchdowns and beat Army. So Army almost beat Tulane.
Right.
They're a better team than what they're putting out on paper. I think it's a good game. I think it'll be a little lower scoring. I think the over/under set about 38.5 right now. So just to give my score prediction because I didn't earlier, I would say it's going to be about 24-14. Go Navy.
All right. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Don't know much about this game. Don't know much about each team this year. Um, but I am looking at the history. Navy does lead an all-time against Army, but Army has won the last 6 games before Navy's 24 victory. I also think Army's going to go in there looking good. I'm the only one that picked Army as the good-looking fellas. I'm going to go ahead and take Army. I'm going to take it by a score of 14-10.
So let me tell you this. this game is very important. This game is very important to my family. Like I said before, I have had the majority of people go to the Army, be it uh, Vietnam, Engineer Corps, Guard. They've all served in that capacity. And there's one standout that went to Navy, or didn't go to Navy, but joined Navy. He was in the Navy for over 30 years, ended up being a commander. We go to WVU games from time to time. I go to his tailgate. We talk a lot. And let me put it to you this way. Navy is really shaping together a great program. Been ranked here recently, been proving why they're ranked here recently. But let me also tell you this. The Revolution, Britain was one of the most powerful armies on the planet. They had the best navy. They were superior in every single way. But somehow, some way, we came through. So I'll say this. I picked Navy to be the better uniform. However, in Maryland, I think Army goes in against a better team and pulls the upset. Give me 17-14 with a late field goal to win it. Go Army.
Just final thoughts. I'll go ahead and start. I think this is going to be a phenomenal game. It always is. A lot of history we talked about today. I appreciate all the insight from Colton, and he has a lot of respect for this game. Talking about his family and whatnot. I appreciate Colton in that regard, looking out for us casual football fans to give a little more insight into what the actual Army and Navy rivalry and the history behind that. So appreciate all that. I think it's a great game. I'm looking forward to trying to get up there, hit a tailgate. I think it would be fun to document that, kind of show the fans and our subscribers what all that goes into as well on the scene instead of us just talking about it. So looking forward to getting up there one day. Hopefully we can hit Jersey, Philly, somewhere up there. That'd be real nice. So looking forward to this matchup Saturday.
Yeah, just to kind of go along with your ending thoughts there, Cody. Um, Talking about going up there and paying a visit. I think we go up there a couple days early and kind of pay attention to these Patriot games that Colton was telling us about, and maybe even get a little insight on that and see what all that entails and kind of get the better feeling and better understanding of it. Um, Overall, my ending thoughts again, Colton, great job, taking taking us three under your wing and making sure that you explain this well enough to where we understand it, which I know is sometimes pretty rough to do. but but no, I think both teams are going to put on a heck of a show for America and for the football fans. Um, if you're one that likes old school knockout drag out football, this is the game to watch. Um, Again, no matter who wins, who loses, no matter who wins, no matter who loses, at the end of the game, they're still standing side by side, and that means a lot as a nation, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Preston, any final thoughts?
Um, I mean, I think it's going to be definitely a good game to watch. Um, it's definitely going to show a lot for this country, with it being the 250th. What is it, the meeting, or is it?
It's the anniversary of the military.
Yeah, the anniversary of the military is going to be very monumental, memorialized. I think that's the word that I was looking for. But yeah, like at the end of the game, they're all going to stand together and still be brothers in arms, and that's the main thing.
So
Yeah, absolutely. Colton, go ahead.
I'll say this. This is my Ohio State, Michigan. They call that, you know, the game. I think this is the game. This is America's game. Like I said earlier, it's a game unlike any other. And not only is it showcasing some great football and some great rivalry and every sense of the word competitive, it's also paying tribute to those who have served, and we cannot thank them enough. They put their bodies on the line. They put everything on the line just for the sake of this country. And I don't think we should forget that. And that's why I can't wait to come up and visit and see it in person. Maybe hit up DC too, who knows. But ultimately, that is why it gets a week in itself. To, witness a great game, but also remember what it took to even get us here watching this game.
No, I'm really looking forward to this game. I think it would be great for us to get up there in person. I know we will, and probably not next year, but the following year, so that way we can document it for all the fans out there so you guys can see that in person. We're really looking forward to getting out there next year and showing you guys more about the tailgate scenes and the communities too. We appreciate all you guys out there watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, comment. Let us know what uniforms you like best. If we missed anything in the uniforms, let us know what your predictions are. We appreciate you guys watching this episode. Very special episode. Appreciate Colton with the insight on everything he gave us casual fans too. So we'll see you guys next week.
Tailgate Pros, we're the crew. Football, passion, barbecue. Crank it up, we're here to show. This is the place you want.